Now, y'all know I had to watch The Queen's Court. I have not watched season 1, but I did watch season 2, this first episode. Now, of course, all the episodes are on Peacock, but I know all y'all don't have Peacock. You know, the funds ain't funding, and it's a lot to have all these different apps, okay? But we're going to do one episode at a time. So make sure you first hit that like, that subscribe. You do all the do's to help this channel out. And I always truly appreciate it. Now, y'all know I love me some relationship shows, okay? And you got K. Michelle, you got LisaRaye, and you got Delicious cosplaying as London. Okay, we're going to get into all those things about Miss London, all right? Now, all these women are of different ages. They've been through different relationships, marriages, some traumatic relationships, divorce. And here we are looking for love in this second chapter of our life. Find our forever, our person. Will you find on this reality show? Okay, now how did it really work out last season? Okay. But here we are, okay? And I love how this show has people who have really been married for a long time. Miss Holly Robinson Pete, who to me is aging like fine wine. Okay, how old is this woman? Because man, I need them jeans. It shows you that Black women, when you take care of your body, your mind, your spirits, the skin will be skinning. Now they have been married for a long time. Depending on how old you are, you may remember when she was proposed to on her show. Her husband came on. It was a moment. Okay. Now, they are old Black Hollywood love, real Black love, not this new fake stuff that we be seeing, real Black love. So to see them on the show, I'm hoping that their story, the things that they have been through in their own relationship, the ups and downs of having a marriage last that long, which nowadays they really probably don't last, by like 5 years? And then y'all calling it quits, okay? But I'm not going to read y'all too much, right? But you see all these women come together. LisaRaye, who has been through some relationships, okay? And I watched her on Cocktails and Queens. A lot of men are fangirling over her being the Players Club. Can she ever really release herself from being Diamond? Make the money, don't let the money make you, is how I live my life. That's my personal quotes. So we gonna get this money or what? Okay? So looking at her as a woman, I'm going to talk about each person separately. Now, looking at her as a mother, okay? She comes on this show looking for love. She's been married. She married a guy who owned like a whole island or something like that. She been with some dudes who got some money, okay? So you're going to have to come correct with Miss LisaRaye. Now, she's not going to say that outright that you need to have money. She says you need to be a businessman and show her some things. But the coin got to be coin, of course. But there's a gentleman who comes on and he recognizes her and she recognizes him, but she's like, I can't put my finger on it. And then when he says his name, oh, you used to date my daughter. Okay. I'm like, where is this going? Then she asks him on the dates. I'm like, still, where is this going? Okay. So they have a really deep conversation. Now, let's talk about the A word. You know, when you decide to let go of a baby that you may not be ready for, the baby has issues, but you decide in your life that you are not ready for a child. So you might go to the clinic, you might take a pill, but you decide that baby is not in this moment in your life needing to come into this world. Now, we talk a lot about how women make these decisions and the effects on women, but we don't talk so much about the effects of men. And so Issa Rae's like, so you were messing with my daughter, y'all was in a relationship. I have you on this date, not for us, but I want to know the truth. What happened between y'all, okay? And it comes out that her daughter was pregnant with a child, and because of feeling like she didn't want to disappoint her mama, LisaRaye, she decided to not go through with the pregnancy. And to me, I really wish we had saw more from Lisa in that moment, because as a mother, I would think about how would that make me feel to know that my child was so worried about what I was going to think about them that they terminated a pregnancy. And I would have never known about this if this man had not come on this show and we have not run into each other. And it's hard for me to believe that walking down them stairs, they didn't know who the 3 women who were going to be on this show before it actually happened. I'm giving you the side eye on that because I don't really believe that. But he says that is what really ruined their relationship. her daughter wanted to live up to her mother's standards. And he was so hurt by his girlfriend, her daughter deciding to terminate the pregnancy, he can never get over it. And how do you guys feel about the conversation around men and their feelings around terminating pregnancies? Oftentimes, it's more of the, I don't want to deal with it. Here's a check. I don't want this baby. I already got 5 kids. I got a wife. I can't have no outside baby. But we never hear about a man who has to live with the, oh, she decided that she did not want the baby. Now, maybe the man did want the baby. In this situation, it sounds like he did. He was ready to be a father. And he does sound like he has children now. But we don't talk enough about how terminating pregnancies really do affect men, miscarriages, pregnancy loss. All those things, sometimes we focus on women, but we don't focus so much on how it affects men and what they are going through. So to me, it seemed like a very genuine moment of him expressing and becoming vulnerable. And I love when Black men are vulnerable on TV because it shows you that you can be vulnerable, Black men. You can really be vulnerable. And so him crying and just being very honest and authentic about, yeah, I really want a baby, but she cared more about what you thought. And now it probably sit with me like, wow, what kind of mother am I? Let me work on my relationship with my daughter. But I could see that because even LisaRaye's relationship with the brat, it also feels like not that brat is afraid of Lisa, but there were some transgressions in their relationship, so much so that they didn't talk for so long. It makes me think that LisaRaye is this like critical, maybe disorganized attachment style. Something that we don't really see her talk about much, of course, but these failed relationships, the not having the best relationship with her daughter, and the other relationships we see her have with women in her life, it shows that there's something there that is not really being focused on, that we have to dig a little bit deeper and discuss. So in the end, you know, they had this conversation, and let's talk about Delicious London. I'm gonna call her Delicious, okay? Because I feel like she's trying to rebrand herself, but I don't know much about her. But we know a lot at the same time, if you know what I mean. Now, we know her from Flavor of Love. I remember watching all of Flavor of Love. Maybe one day I might do a rewatch. Okay, let me know in the comments. But we know more about her from being Delicious. Okay? And these bodies, what are y'all doing to y'all bodies, man? Stay off that table. Stop getting that stuff sucked out of your stomach and put into your butt. I just can't with the bodies nowadays. Like, what happened to natural bodies? Like, it don't even look cute no more. Okay? You could just tell. Scooped out the stomach, put in the butt. Okay? In the titties, like, I just can't do it, y'all. But I feel like we have seen her over and over again on TV in these public relationships. She was married to the gentleman from the whole trial with the men who were released later from the Central Park case. And she says that her husband left her, and that's it. Okay? Now, I'm not blaming Delicious, aka London. I'm not blaming her husband. But I want to know more about why he left you. What was going on in your relationship? Are you really ready and in your healed era to be in a new relationship? Are you looking for somebody to take care of you? Because I got to keep it real with y'all. She comes off to me like a gold digger. She really does. And I think from what I remember hearing about her divorce, I think he felt like she was with him for the money, and she cared too much about her persona on social media and things like that. She even says how I think he was gone for a month before she announced it on her social media or something like that. So it just shows me she's too concerned with public image and knowledge about her so much that I don't feel like we know much about her. I really don't think we're getting what she wants us to hear, but as a therapist and someone who will be going into a relationship with her, I want to know what happened in your marriage. How did you deal with those harder issues, those harder things, when things got rough? How did you communicate? You haven't talked to him since your divorce, so apparently y'all not on good terms, okay? How did you feel dating a woman who was not on good terms with her husband? Some people might say like, okay, well, you're divorced. What you got to talk to him about anyway? But that man was connected to her children. I believe he had a child or kids also. So to know that it's just like, cut, I just like, what is really going on with her? And what is with her changing her name? It just feels like a chameleon, like she's rebranding and trying to reestablish herself. But I feel like she lacks, once again, depth. Okay? I don't really know what's the deeper things about Delicious. I really don't know. I feel like we've only got a part of her. I think she's also trying to get on, I think, like Real Housewives, because she's associated a little bit with Candy. So I'm just like, what is really going on here? Even watching her go on these dates, at times it felt very surface level, not really deep. Okay, but the men that she was kind of, talking to weren't deep either. But I just want to know more about her. As you are going into a relationship with someone to get engaged at the whole end of this show, what are you getting? Is it about the ring at the end, or is it about you growing and evolving as a person? Using this experience to grow, heal, and work through some things. But over and over again, I see her become emotional about her marriage, which indicates to me, if your body is becoming activated, yes, activated, if you're having that kind of response, you're not over your husband. And I don't think you're ready for a marriage. Okay. Now, we also see K. Michelle, who, for the most part, all three women, she might seem the most sensical, and that's not really saying a lot either. But she wants somebody that's going to be like a farmer life. She wants like a low key life. She's really tired of being in the public, which for the most part, we haven't really seen her do many things in the public. So I kind of see that. She talks about the surgeries. I did not know she had 13 surgeries, y'all. I know she had I thought she had like 2 to 4, but to know she had 13 surgeries and how much wear and tear that puts on your body. Opening you up, closing you up, opening you up, healing, drains, tubes. I can see how mentally that has had effect on her body and up here. And so I think she's looking for a soft life. And I wonder if everything that K. Michelle has been through, if she is finally ready for her soft life era. And now she connects with this white boy, okay? And he is someone who had his fiance or girlfriend die in a car accident. And he also comes from being a pastor. So I don't know about that, okay? But they're dating these different men. And in the end, the 3 men that they weren't really interested in, they have this dinner. You are not my king. And ultimately, the man who LisaRaye met with, who was dating her daughter, ended up being eliminated, released, left the kingdom, okay? Which was interesting to me because I wasn't expecting that. I knew him and LisaRaye were not going to connect, but I still thought he maybe would have had connections or a possibility with the other 2 women, with Delicious or K. Michelle. I was expecting that it was this other guy on there who seemed kind of boring and dry. I thought he was going to get kicked off, so I was quite surprised, okay? But I want to see these women. Once again, I watch these shows, and I'm like, can we get some therapy? Can we get some I don't want to say relationship experts, because that's what they call them nowadays. I want to see some therapists come on here. Let's have some sessions. Let's work through some stuff. Let's really make sure that you are ready for the fundamentals of marriage. Everybody wants to be a wife, but what comes along with being that wife title? It ain't the same as being a girlfriend, y'all. It's a lot more responsibilities, connections, work. All relationships are work, but when it comes to a marriage, it is work. And when you are with the right person, it won't feel like work. Will you have your highs and your lows? Of course. Do I have times where I'm just like, man, like I don't know what to do in this situation with my husband. I don't know what to say. Have there been moments when my husband was like, that thing you did, that thing you said really hurt me, and I had to be like, damn, okay? I had to really check myself. Like, my husband is telling me that I did something or said something that hurt him, and I did not know. Like, therapists are human, okay? I've been with my husband, I think going on like 15 years next year. And so marriages are, they evolve, they change. You are one way when you are married with no kids. You are one way when you're married with 1 child. And things get a hell of a lot crazy when you add that 2nd child. So when you become married, you're going to go through these different phases, chapters. Things are going to be high. Things are going to be mid. Things are going to be low. Life is going to throw you curveballs. But I think people are not really prepared for all that comes with being a wife. But these are just my quick thoughts. Let me know what you think about the first episode. Do you want me to continue to recap? Because of course we can get into it. And I want to appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for your support. I cannot say enough how much this channel has grown. I love what I do here, and you guys make it so worth it that my little hobby is turned into something bigger and better. And I can't wait to close out this year, this last quarter, super strong. I have some really great plans happening for the new year. And I want to know your thoughts because, of course, we can get into it. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.